Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, good day. Let me introduce myself. My name is Tasha Wulandari and I am from 5B class. In this great opportunity, I would like to tell you about the types of probability sampling. Actually, there are two types in technique sampling. The first type is probability sampling. The second type is non-probability sampling. But here, I would like to tell you far about the probability sampling. What is the meaning? What is the definition of the probability sampling? The probability samplings is a sampling techniques that provide equal opportunities of each member of the population to be sampled. And the next slide, I would like to tell you the fifth techniques to get sampling through probability. The first is sample random sampling. It equal chance of being selected to be the sample. And the second one is systematic sampling, is using the principle of the proportionality. And the third is cluster sampling, is select samples in groups that naturally come together. And the fourth is stratified sampling, the most precise techniques and has high accuracy. And fifth or the last is multi-stage sampling, is a combination of two or more sampling techniques. Okay, let's go on to the next slide is the simple random sampling. First is the definitions. The definition is all members have the same probability of being selected as the sample. And what the second one is what things to remember if we will use these techniques is to get respondents for the sample. We need to know first the number of the respondents in the populations. The third is about the step. The first steps is the first of all numbered each population by making a list with different number, and the third is then randomly randomized any number, and the individual with the number that appears is the research sample. And this sample can be done by two techniques. The first is manually or traditionally or by using random tables. The next is we still in the simple random sampling. The first is but it is about the techniques to use this simple random. The first is by using traditional way. In traditional way, the example is our mothers during social gathering or in Indonesia is arisan. Moreover, it can be done by steps. But before we are going far about the steps, I want to you imagine when we look our mom is doing arisan. The first step is determine the population size and then list all the members and put in the box, or in Indonesia or that sometimes in Indonesia is using the glasses and shakes the glasses or box itself and removed it through the hole, and the number that has been issued is the one designated as the research sample and do it until the desired amount is achieved. Okay, go on. The next slide is the random. The next slide is about the techniques in simple random sampling is the random table. It use a computer generated table and consists of 5-digit columns and numbers then randomly generated by a computer. It used to select a sample in the following steps. The first step is identification of the total amount and determine the number of samples desired, and list all members who enter the population and provide all members with the code number requested. And then the next steps is see only the correct digit number is selected, and if desired number of samples is achieved, then divide into the control group and the treatment group according to the form of the research design. Go on to the next slide. These slides will tell you the next techniques in probability sampling. The systematic sampling. This systematic sampling is selection techniques using the principle of proportionality by using the serial number from the population. It is based on a number assigned by the number researchers or a specific identifying number spaced in a uniform order or other systematic consideration. And with the requirements, a list or of all members of the populations. Then next, in systematic sampling, there are the advantages and also the drawbacks. The first is the advantages. The advantages is more practical and economical than the simple random. And then the second is the drawback. It is unable to capture heterogeneous population diversity, or it can capture more population. And then, for example, a sample of the 125 employees that taken and started from 1 until 125 based on attendance, researchers can determine the sample based on even numbers, or 2, 4, and etc., or odd numbers 1, 2, 3, or can also take multiple numbers 2, 4, 8, 60, and 20, and etc. The next slide is about the next techniques in probability sampling is stratified sampling. The definition is that the researchers knows if the researchers know this stratified sampling is if the researchers knows the population condition consists of several members who have different satisfaction or layers from one another, and then random sampling was carried out at each level. And for the steps to determine the desired sample, the first identify the total population, and then determine the number of samples desired, and list of all members of the population, isolate the member of the existing population, select a sample using the random principle as has been done in the random techniques. And the last is perform selection steps on each existing layer until the number of samples can be achieved. Go on to the next slide is the example. For example, the employees population of P1 PT, there are numbered 100 people with strata based on education levels, and however the number are very unbalanced, and the number of employees, there are middle school, high school, strata 1, strata 2, and so on. And the number of employees with strata 1 and strata 2 education is very unbalanced or too small compared to the other strata, so that these two groups are entirely designed as the samples. Go on to the next techniques of probability sampling. It is cluster sampling. What is the cluster sampling? The cluster sampling is using if the data source or population is very broad or very large, so that for example is residents of a province, district, or etc. And to determine the sample is first the population is determined randomly, and the second is determine the number of samples used in each of these areas using proportional stratified random sampling techniques. Go on to the next slide is about the example with using the steps of the cluster sampling. The first is determine the sample area. For example, there are 10 provinces were randomly assigned to be sampled, and then randomly taking samples of high school senior at the provincial level. A province consists of district, cities selected as samples called the sample district, and combine the entire high school sample will describe the entire population as a whole. And we are arrived at the last techniques in probability sampling. It is the multi-stage sampling. The definition of multi-stage sampling is the sampling method involves a combination of two or more sampling techniques, and the next, because it is not suitable to use only one type of probability sampling. For example, a restaurant wants to estimate the average employee satisfaction with their jobs. with the scale 1 until 7, and have 120 restaurants with the total number of employees more than 6,000, and then they will use simple random sampling to sample restaurant, and simple random sampling to sample and interview about 20% of the employees at the restaurant. Go on to the next slide is about the multi-stage. It's about the multi-stage sampling deficiency and also the advantages. Um, I'll tell you about the deficiency is low accuracy due to the higher sampling error and less accurate than simple random sampling of the same size, and analysis is more difficult, especially in the first stage if the units are not the same size, and the sampling procedure requires planning before selection is made. And the advantages of the multi-stage sampling is in using multi-stage sampling is economical and efficiency, and the techniques is often used when a complete list of all member of the population doesn't exist, or there is no, and can reduce operating cost. Usually, and the last one is usually more accurate than the same cluster size. And I think that's all about my presentation. Thank you for your great attention, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.